So I'm here filming from the kitchen at my parents' house since I'm home for the holidays, and I'm not really all made up or anything right now just because I came home from a day of running errands, going to the gym, finishing some really last-minute Christmas shopping, and I just thought of this really great idea. I used to make these before. Here's what I'm talking about right here. I used to think it was really fun to recycle magazine clippings, and I just used to make these little bags. They're really fun. The reason I'm showing this to you right now is because since a lot of my gift items that I picked up today were beauty related, I'm not going to show them to you because they're for my mom and my sister, and they do watch my channel, so that would kind of ruin it if they saw what they were getting for Christmas. But I will say that it is beauty related, so I thought it would be a great idea to make these personalized little bags made out of little beauty magazines. I think it's a really cute way to personalize a gift and just show that you really cared enough to make some effort to make something homemade. But since I said that they were beauty related, the bags that I am going to show you how to make today are made from beauty magazines, and I happen to be a beauty magazine junkie. I've saved at least bits and pieces of every single beauty magazine that I have received since the beginning of time, so that tells you how many options that I have to pick from. So first of all, supplies. This is what you're going to need. You are going to need some pages of magazines to build your bag from. I'm going to show you mine right now. These are what they look like. I tried to go with a black and white theme with pops of red and green. So here are the front and backs of the bag. This is the red and the green section right here. Then for the sides, which are a little bit smaller, I picked these black and white pieces. I think this dress is so cool. I want it. And then for the bottom, I just picked this little green shoe. And then to go along with this, you are going to need just some scissors so that you can cut up the magazines and make everything look really straight and nice. And then also you're going to need some Scotch tape. So first step I have already done, but I'll tell you guys what it is that I did. You want to make sure that after you cut up the pages from the magazines, they are very clean on the edges. So you want to, oops, wrong side. So you want to just cut those up and make sure that the pages are the same size, which I already did, but that's what the scissors are for. And now for the side pages to show you, you want these to be the same size too. I kind of just estimate, I like the side two to be smaller because they are the ones that are going to fold in on the bag. As you can see on this bag, this one's kind of messed up, but you can see what I'm talking about here. So I like that section to be just a little bit smaller. And then here's the bottom section right here. And obviously the size of this is going to be determined by the bottom edge of your side sections and your front sections. So I made sure that these matched up and that these matched up. Okay, so now that you have all of these pages cut to size and you have them all picked out, you're going to start on the Scotch tape section. Let me angle the camera really fast so that you guys can see, whoa, mess happening over here. I have stacks of pictures set out and they just all fell over. Okay, but I'll deal with that later. Here, let me angle this for you so you can see what I'm doing. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take enough Scotch tape to cover the whole magazine this way. And you want to make sure that there are no bubbles when you stick the tape down. And it's okay if the tape does not perfectly form to the magazine because you can cut off the extra edges after you're done. So I'm just going to smooth it down, making sure that it's as bubble-free as I possibly can. And there you go. There's the first section. Now you're just going to continue with it that exact same way all the way down the magazine, kind of overlapping a little bit the sections that you've already laid down, just on the edge. I'm going to overlap just a little bit, pulling it tight so that there aren't any air bubbles. Oh, I already got some bubbles. It's not the end of the world, but I just really like to try and make it as perfect as possible. And there you go, there is section 2. So I'm just going to try and finish this whole front page, and then I will be right back. Okay, so ta-da! Here, I finished the front section of this page. It's not perfect like I'd hoped that it would be, but it's pretty decent. And now I'm going to show, oh, it caught on another magazine. There we go, I should probably move that out of the way. What you want to do next is just flip over the page and make sure that you do the same thing to the back, just to make it extra durable. So I'm going to go do that to all of my pages, and then I'll show you how to put the bag together. I'm finally done duct tape laminating these pages. So now I'm going to try and show you guys how to put it together with more Scotch tape. I'm going to start by taking just more tape, and I'm just going to tape the edges together that match up. Okay, not too bad. And then I'm going to reinforce that by taping it on the other side as well. And then I'm going to just trim the edges off and do the same thing on the other side. I now have this little contraption thing here, this little cross. And so now all that's left to do is I need to tape the sides together. Right now I'm just going to attempt to try and do this step as best as I can, because it is a little bit tricky. Just using the Scotch tape the same way, I am going to make a piece big enough to go along the entire length this way. This time I'm going to trim the tape first because I find that it's easier to manipulate after it's already at the right size. And now I'm going to take this side right next and match it up as best as possible. Now I did not tape this perfectly. There is a tiny little gap in between, but I'm just going to try and reinforce that area. It doesn't bother me too much, so I'm just going to try and reinforce that area from the inside. I'm going to instead tape this way, a little tiny piece, this way instead of the long ways, because I figure no one's really going to see that in the inside. And then I'm going to reinforce right at the very bottom. And now I'm going to try and reinforce at the very top as well. Okay, so now that I have this side done and you have a little bit of an idea as to what this is going to look like at the end, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the finishing steps. So now you have your nice, cute, stylish little gift bag. This is how it turned out. I'm really loving the colors and the pictures that I chose. But anyways, the very last thing that you want to do is you want to manipulate the sides so that it folds in like your basic bag. What you're going to do is just take your hand like this on the sides and just kind of gently push it in. You don't want to create any unnecessarily crinkling of the bag, so you do want to be pretty gentle. But basically what you'll do is eventually, when you're pushing in, you can kind of manipulate the bag a little bit to keep the sides going the right direction and everything. But basically, it will just kind of fold in upon itself how it's supposed to, and then you can kind of guide it into the right position that it should be in so that it folds in just like this. And you are going to want to put this under some heavy books just for a few hours or something, or even overnight, just to make sure that the crease stays in here, because if you just let it go, it will pretty much just disappear on its own. So you do want to put it under something heavy for just a little bit. So I hope that you guys really like this little gift bag idea. I would love to see yours if you decide to make some. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can just send me a picture of it that way. You can even just leave me a comment and let me know what your thoughts were on this bag. I would love to hear. So I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. Hope you're having lots of fun picking out gifts and everything. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.